up from dinner. Dinner, that's exactly how my day has been going. I did not have a very seamless morning. I feel like we had a very busy weekend and I just didn't prep for the week ahead like I normally do. I didn't make sure all my kids had their homework done, so this morning I was like helping them, one of them with the homework that they were missing, and just felt a little frazzled. So I feel like I need to get things in order today. And hey, I made sourdough English muffins. It's like, who am I? I don't know. I say we had a very busy weekend. I made sourdough stuff, so you know things were getting done. I just feel like maybe not the right things are getting done. I also made this jam. I am basically Martha Stewart up in here. I'm more like Sandra Lee, let's be real, semi-homemade. Anyway, I'm not gonna let that go bad, so I'm definitely gonna eat my jam and sourdough. I have a lot of stuff that I have to make today. And by a lot of stuff, I just mean like the normal food that I make every day. I have to make sure, like, what's for dinner? I don't know. I also wanna prep a breakfast casserole. And there's another recipe. Oh, Velveeta cheese. We'll see if I get to that. I feel like Edward Knifehand over here. And then there's also some stuff that I ordered off of Amazon to put together. Are we Christmas prepping? Are we in the mood? I have a sweater on. It's Florida. It is so nice outside. The sun is up now, so I'm sure if I walked outside, it's probably like 80 degrees. I did buy some Christmas stuff to prep like a gift wrapping station. So I might do that. I'm gonna feed my sourdough while I'm thinking about it. It's definitely been more than 24 hours. Look at those bubbles. I mean, come on. I don't know what I'm gonna make, but I need to discard probably like half a cup here. I'm sure I'll make something with that because I don't wanna waste it. And then I think right now I'm gonna put it in my fridge because it is very needy. I've shared a lot more about the sourdough starter on my Instagram, so if you wanna follow me there, I made a highlight of everything that I've done with it. Everyone says their first loaf is miserable. I don't know, mine was great. But I did start out with like a sourdough starter kind of thing. I told you guys about it. We started it here in the cleaning video. I don't know if you watched it, but it was in the cleaning video. So that's where it all began. And things are going well. I still have a lot of questions. Like, do I cover it when it's in the fridge? Do I close the lid all the way or do I keep it ajar? I got some Googling to do. I'm all out of flour. I'll share some sourdough recipes soon. Ugh, there was still water in that. I have so many other things to do. All right, tidy, but not clean. It's good enough. And you know what else came in the mail? Let me show you. My Thrive Market order. And this video is sponsored by Thrive Market. Huge thanks to them for supporting me. Humongous thanks to you for supporting me when I have sponsored content. I actually have 2 boxes. I'm gonna crack them open and show you everything that I got. I've been trying to stock up, and this is a great way to do it because Thrive Market is an online grocery store. They just have a ton of variety, a ton of pantry staples. So I've been trying to collect a lot of pantry staples. I think I got some pasta in here and beans. Ooh, I got some flour. Great prices on really great quality items. They also have a lot of amazing brands, like this Jovial brand. They have a lot of gluten-free products on their website for a really affordable price. You can easily search the website by like lifestyle choice, whether you're paleo, Whole30, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, vegan, vegetarian, all of that stuff. You can easily filter through the website and find exactly what you're looking for. They also have cleaning products. I love to stock up on my cleaning products on Thrive Market. They have a lot of sales going on their website all the time, so I'm always on the lookout for good sales. They also have holiday stuff happening right now, which I am pumped about. And they also have holiday oat nog. This is Alex's favorite eggnog substitute. It's a dairy-free and it's shelf stable. I got 4 of these. Great price too. And then of course I'm stocking up on the basics. Baking powder, cornstarch. I grabbed a ton of pastas, lots of baking essentials. They also ship from a zero waste warehouse and shipping is very fast, which I'm always impressed by. It comes straight to my door. Orders over $49 ship for free, so I always try to meet that threshold. Another thing I stock up on are my kids' snacks, and I love that Thrive Market offers a huge variety of healthier options for my kids. It's easier to find the healthier swaps on there because that's what what Thrive Market is all about, offering healthier, sustainable options for an affordable price. I do the yearly membership. It costs around $60 for the year, so it comes down to $5 a month, but I save that tenfold every single month. I'll put on the screen what I saved in just this order alone. And if you become a member and you don't save $60 within that year frame, they'll credit you the difference, so it's no money lost. They have a price match guarantee. There's so many great things about Thrive Market. I really encourage you to check them out. But the most important thing of all is if you're wanting to try out Thrive Market for the first time, you can get 30% off of your first order and a free gift. So stock up, take advantage of that amazing deal, especially now grocery prices are going through the roof. Stock up on your pantry staples and get them for 30% off. It's amazing. Check my link in the description box below, thrivemarket.com/thewads. We'll get you there. I'm in my season of stocking up, so I'm just gonna put all this stuff away real quick and then I'm gonna make something to eat. Well, I'm lucky that my Thrive Market order came in, and along with it came my flour, this King Arthur flour. It's fantastic, some of the best, but it can be pricey. So with the sourdough, you're supposed to use like unbleached flour. There are so many rules. Technically, I'm not even supposed to use my water from my sink because all the chemicals and all the chlorine, I use it anyway and it comes out fine. So I am going to throw together, I don't think this bowl is big enough. My other one is dirty, it'll be fine. I'm gonna throw together some more English muffins. I figured I have the discard, I might as well do some. I made some last night, obviously, and the kids ate them. Alex said that it was the best thing I've ever made, which kind of hurt my feelings. I'm like, really, that's the best thing I've ever made? And they're really simple to throw together. So it is 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, and half a cup of starter. So it's really simple. So it's 2, 1, half. And I just make sure the water is warm and not hot. I use filtered water, whatever. I don't even care at this point. You're also supposed to measure everything like to the gram. Like, sourdough has never met me, but we're gonna become real good friends eventually. I'm just gonna mix this. Actually, yesterday, I left out the ingredients and then added them after it rose. I just throw it in my oven off and I let it rise for like 3 to 4 hours. And then I added some more ingredients, but I think I'm just gonna add them all together. Because it's only a few more ingredients, so it's just a tablespoon of honey for sweetness, a teaspoon of baking soda, and we'll do a little scientific experiment here to see if there's a reason why I'm supposed to leave this out until the end, see if it rises or not, and then 1 teaspoon, of salt. I'm gonna mix this together. It's going to become a dry consistency. If you've been thinking about doing a sourdough, let this be your reason to just give it a go. If I can do it, literally, if I can do it, you know what I mean? It's so hard to kill it, and I have gone days without feeding it on the counter, and I thought, oh, that's the end. I'm gonna have to start all over. Nope, it came back to life. No worries. It's so versatile. It makes me feel good. I'm like, oh my gosh, I made that from scratch. There are so many rules, and it seems intimidating at first, but just like, who follows rules, you know? That's nice and dry. It's not overly wet, which I found out is good for sourdough. At first, I was putting way too much water in it, so I'm just gonna cover it with a towel and then let it rise for a few hours. You could put it in your fridge and let it rise overnight if you're wanting to make these for breakfast. But since I'll be in the kitchen a lot today, I figured I'll just throw them in and then make them whenever the heck I feel like it. And then they'll save for breakfast tomorrow. It doesn't have to be fresh. Now I'm gonna do a little food prep. I'm gonna throw together this breakfast enchilada casserole. I've never made it before, but a friend of mine raved about it, so I'm gonna see if I can trust her, essentially. It calls for just a few ingredients, so I'll show you and then we'll start whipping it together. Well, I don't even have them all, hold on. All right, I think I've got it all now. So just some corn tortillas, a red bell pepper, green bell pepper, red enchilada sauce. I'm sure you can interchange green, whatever, if you like that flavor more, which I do, but I'm also realizing that I do enjoy a nice red sauce as well. I have egg whites. You can use all eggs, I'm sure, but this is like a healthier kind of thing. So there we go. Egg whites, I'm gonna use 4 eggs along with it, and then some chicken. It's full of protein, that's the whole shtick of it, and then an onion. This is from the Macro Friendly Foods meal subscription plan that I'm a part of. She also shares recipes for free on her Instagram too all the time. So that's where this one is from. It's just straight from the Instagram. And I love that. She shares a lot of breakfast recipes on there. And it's just great inspiration if you're ever in a rut and don't know what to cook. I always go there first to see like what other people are enjoying. I think I'm gonna dice this up. Yeah, I'm gonna, ooh, red bell peppers. If I had a favorite bell pepper, I'm not sure what color it would be, but red would be up there, along with yellow and green. Orange is my least favorite. All right, I'm just gonna dice this up. I'm sure it calls for a certain quantity, but I'm just gonna do the entire bell pepper because I don't care. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the green bell pepper. I just think these flavors are so classic for a breakfast casserole. Obviously, peppers and onions, that's my favorite combination of flavors. And it's such a versatile combo, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You want fajitas? Peppers and onions. You want sausage? Peppers and onions. You want an omelet? Peppers and onions. And then I have an onion. I'm just gonna dice this up as well. Since Christmas is on my mind, I'm sure this would be a great like make-ahead breakfast casserole. I don't know, I feel like if I don't make something ahead of time, you know what's great and convenient are those Annie's cinnamon rolls. They taste homemade and it's low effort. But if you want something a little healthier, this will probably fit the bill. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna cook it up with a little bit of oil on the stovetop and clean up my mess from last night. Once the pan is nice and warm, I'm gonna throw the veggies in here. A lot less sizzle than I was expecting, not gonna lie. I am going to add some salt and pepper to this. Give it a mix, let it cook. And while it's cooking, I'm gonna throw the egg part of it together. So it calls for 4 eggs. Look at the size difference there. And to that, oh, am I supposed to shake this? I don't know, that would be weird, right? I mean, this is just weird in general. Egg whites in a container. This is, I think 1 pint, it's 16 ounces, so it's about 10 egg whites. It called, woo, no. Oh, this is not an egg white. Well, we did what we did. That's all I have, so I'm gonna use it. It's just 10 eggs, I guess, with the yolk. I made a mistake there, but I'll live with it. That is not about 10. Someone lied here. Anyway, that's what we have. That's what I'm gonna use. Calls for 8. If I didn't get that out of my mouth before, I was shocked by the yellow. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper to the eggs. You gotta season every layer. And then I'm going to give it a whisk. I'm also going to, I don't know, this seems weird. I went to preheat my oven, and don't worry, I took this out of it, but I did wanna show you how magical it looks. It hasn't even been that long, and like, look at all those magical bubbles. It just makes me so happy. All right, this looks done. I'm gonna transfer it to a bowl for now. I'm gonna pour the eggs into the pan just to cook them up. Should cook up pretty fast. Keep them moving. I don't wanna overcook these because they will cook a little bit more in the oven. So I just want it until all the liquid is gone. That is perfect. Then I'm gonna throw them in with the peppers. I'm gonna break it up a little bit and then throw them in. Nice, nice, nice. Into this mixture, I'm going to add 1 pound of cooked chicken. I just have this. Sometimes I get it from Costco. This was buy one, get one free, my local grocery store, Publix. So I'm just gonna add this in too. It's chunked up. You can use shredded, whatever you have, whatever you like. Use your preference. It's your kitchen. You're gonna be eating it. That looks beautiful. And then with the can of red enchilada sauce, I'm going to add a cup of it in this mixture and then a half a cup of it on the bottom of the pan. And that's gonna add so much flavor with very minimal effort. A true semi-homemade meal over here. And then to assemble it, I'm just gonna make sure the sauce is coating the bottom of this pan. I wanna say it's 9 by 13, but it looks a little smaller. Give you some accurate measurements. Yeah, almost 13 and basically 9. I have these yellow corn tortillas. Just gonna cover the bottom with them. So 6 on the bottom layer. I'm going to add half of this mixture. Spread that out. I'm gonna grab about a nice handful of cheese, just sprinkle it over top. Repeat the layer, so 6 more of these little yellow corn tortillas. I'm adding the rest of the mixture, spreading it out. This already smells So fantastic. Another nice handful of cheese, cover that layer. And then I didn't have cheese in the list of ingredients when I initially told you, and I didn't have green onion. I always try to have these on hand. I just think having fresh herbs on hand always elevate a dish. It gives it such a nice freshness and flavor. So I'm going to just chop up this one onion root. I don't really know what to call it. It's like I went to Le Cordon Bleu and forgot everything, and I'm just gonna sprinkle this over top and then cook it in the oven, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. But here's the kicker. Foil on, and then after 30 minutes, take it off, bake it for another 10. Okay, here's the breakfast casserole. It looks really good. It smells really good. So I'm gonna dive in. Any chance I get to use this baby spatula, it is the best. How many portions does this make? This was fantastic. One of my favorite breakfast casseroles. You guys know I love the breakfast enchiladas with the sausage. This is just changing it up a little bit with, obviously it's more of an enchilada, like Mexican flavors, but with the chicken, and it adds a lot of protein, keeps your belly full, and it has a lot of other good stuff in it too. I thought it was delicious. I would make this again. And my only suggestion, eat it with hot sauce. Taco Bell hot sauce. That's my fave. Alex loved it too. Things are heating up. I might have to take this sweater off, but next up I'm going to throw together dinner for tonight. It's like the lull of the day, and I have just a smidge of time to get this done, so it's perfect. I'm gonna make slow cooker chicken tinga tacos. The easy way though. This isn't authentic, so don't come for me, you know what I mean? It is in a crock pot. And when you know it, I ran to the thrift store the other day. Literally, I was in there 10 minutes looking for a crock pot. Found this one, it was half off. You guys, the thrift store is trying to sell crock pots for $25. $25, I was like, I'm not doing that. And then I looked for the tag of the day. Thankfully, this one, yellow tag was the tag of the day. There was only one, and I said, you're coming home with me. So $12 for a crock pot. That'll hold me over until I get my magical crock pot. On Christmas, will Santa Claus bring me the crock pot of my dreams? TBD, to be determined. I don't even know if it works. I did give it a nice wash on the inside, but we're gonna find out together when I throw in this crock pot meal. Fingers crossed. Actually, it looks cleaner than mine, than my old crock pot. Like this was either well taken care of or never used. I'm gonna gather everything I need, I forgot. I have to refill my salt and pepper container, so I figured I'd do it with you. I get a lot of questions. I just found this on Amazon years ago, and I love it. A lot of them are just one container for salt, but I found this one and it holds them both, and it just swivels shut and opens, and it's a dream. This is everything that you're going to need. Super simple. That's why I love like simple crock pot meals like this. So, I mean, obviously it's not authentic. This is convenience, but it's going to taste similar. Cross our fingers, question mark. So I have some chicken breast, about 2 pounds, an onion, salt and pepper, chipotles, peppers, and adobo sauce. And they sell these in smaller containers, but I got the big one. You don't need this much. This packs a punch, a ton of flavor in there. Red enchilada sauce, also a ton of flavor. I get the mild, but you can go medium and hot there. And then also some cumin for that smoky flavor. So I'm gonna dump it all. Actually, I'm gonna cut up the onion first. I have been really enjoying the crock pot lately, especially with all of the after school sports and activities. Oh, it's such a busy season, so I'm thankful when we get home that dinner is already thought about, and I'm not like, frantic, what's for dinner? What am I gonna throw together? It's, you know, it's already been taken care of, which is so nice because it's something that we have to think about every single day. What's for dinner? What are the kids actually going to eat? You know what I mean? And I've just given up on that. They'll either eat it or they won't, and I don't stress about it. It will be fine. They will eat something. I always feel like I have my life together when I know what's for dinner, when I have it all planned out. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of motivation or encouragement to do the same. Just kidding. I do have to cut up some of the peppers in adobo. It calls for 3. Oh boy, these look spicy. Ooh, less spicy, a lot more smoky. Hey, I'm gonna go for 4, because that's what life is all about. Go big or go home. What am I gonna do with the rest? Freeze them and then forget they're in my freezer, leave them there until I clean out my freezer next year? I'm gonna give these a rough chop. Ooh, I like those. So I'm just throwing everything into the crock pot. I have 2 pounds of chicken, the diced onion, the chipotle and adobo, I diced those up. I'm adding a little bit of cumin and then 3/4 cup of the enchilada sauce and salt and pepper. That's it, easy peasy. Here it is all together. I'm gonna pop a top on it, low and slow. Chicken always cooks a little fast for me, so probably low for 4 or 5 hours-ish. This is chicken breast too, so I don't want it to dry out. And then I'll throw the tacos together. All right, well, I just plugged it in and it is blinking, so I don't know. Uh-oh. Hello? It was blinking, right? I'm gonna unplug it and plug it in again. Oh, nothing. Okay, now it's blinking. Power. How do we go from here? Cook time. Oh, ee! All right. 4 hours, 6 hours. Let's do 6. Make it, oh no, that's high. Let's do 8. Well, okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is prep tomorrow's dinner. It is kind of a marinade. It does call for cooked chicken, but you can cook chicken any way you like. I just like, this is convenience. This is the level of life. Here I am making sourdough and then buying shredded chicken. Life is all about balance. Do what you can when you can. So I'm gonna use cooked chicken breast from a bag. If you wanna cook it, you do, that's your prerogative. That's what Britney Spears said. And then this is, what did I tell you what we're making? Honey lime chicken I'm gonna throw together, but not what you're thinking with like my marinade for the grill. This is something else. Oh, these are enchiladas. Yes, they're honey lime chicken enchiladas. Healthier-ish, you know, whatever. Delicious, obviously. So just a few ingredients per the usual. All right, let's go. So for the marinade portion of this, really simple, just obviously some chicken, honey. This is cinnamon. Oh, I did it again. What does it actually call for? Cumin, probably. Nope, chili powder. So chili powder, limes, garlic, and then salt and pepper. That's it for now. Also cheese and corn tortillas when we get to that point, and a little bit of milk. And some enchilada sauce. Okay, so much more. Even though I say much more, it's still extremely simple. I'm just throwing the marinade ingredients into the bowl. So the shredded chicken, like a tablespoon of chili powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, some salt and pepper, flavor it all, about a 1/3 cup of honey. I feel like I went shy there. Who am I? And then I'm adding lime juice. It calls for about a 1/4 cup. I did probably 3 limes, and I thought the marinade was a little dry. Give it a mix, toss this in the fridge, and let it marinate for a couple of hours. I changed into my Christmas sweater because I'm going to throw some fudge together. It's a Christmas recipe exclusively. I feel like I've only made it during Christmas. You might be still hung up on the fact that I said Velveeta fudge. Yeah, it's weird. It calls for Velveeta. I don't know, I don't ask questions. All I know is I made it once, it caught my eye, and I made it again because everyone loved it and it was simple to throw together. You don't need a candy thermometer or anything like that. I use a mixer. You can use a hand mixer because it does call for a lot of powdered sugar and it is a really thick consistency. Although I'm sure you can use just a wooden spoon or whatever. So all you need are a few ingredients. Velveeta, obviously. I think you need 10 ounces. This is 12. Some powdered sugar, 2 sticks of butter. When I say some, I mean 2 pounds of powdered sugar, so it's actually a lot. I think it's like 7.5 cups, something like that. And then some cocoa powder. This recipe calls for 1/2 cup. When I made it in the past, it called for like the unsweetened cocoa chocolate bars. Those are pricey and I don't really care. So I'm gonna try this out, see if it comes out just the same. And then walnuts if you wanna add nuts to it, and some vanilla. No one's gonna know the secret ingredient, but everyone's going to eat the fudge and say, wow, this is the softest, creamiest fudge, melt in your mouth fudge that I've ever had in my life. Calls for 12 ounces of Velveeta. I'm just gonna dice that up, and 2 sticks of butter. Into a bowl, microwave it, 30-second increments until it's melted. Here it is after 30 seconds. Just gonna give it a mix. I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. It is kind of crazy, but kind of cool. What the heck is Velveeta cheese? It's gotta be just made of a bunch of chemicals, right? Shelf-stable cheese can't be good. So I forgot to press record on the camera. I thought I was recording. I put in the 2-pound bag of powdered sugar, 1/3 cup No, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, a splash of vanilla there, and I added obviously the cheese and butter mixture. I will say, I can't remember. It's been obviously a year, maybe 2 years since I made it last, but I think the texture of the one I made last year with the unsweetened cocoa chocolate, like the bar of chocolate, I think that one may have come out a little bit better. Very, very similar though. I wouldn't know the difference otherwise. This is a different texture than when I made it before. It's a lot stickier, but it still tastes amazing. Oh my gosh, why? I think as the butter is coming to like temperature, it's getting less sticky. So I'm also gonna throw in a handful of nuts, maybe a couple handfuls. I'm gonna plop it into a dish and let it set in the fridge for a couple of hours. This is so wild. Like who came up, who thought of doing this with Velveeta cheese? I don't know, it still blows my mind, but it's delicious. But you know what? If you can add literally anything to 7-8 cups of sugar and it's gonna be delicious, right? Sometimes it's better to just not ask questions and just say, hey, I made this fudge. Here you go, neighbor. Gobble, gobble it up. It's gonna be great. No one asks questions on Thanksgiving or Christmas. Here's the fudge. It is so rich and creamy and dreamy. Try it out. Let me know what you think. I know it seems really weird. I understand. I'm right there with you. I'm not even a fan of fudge. I like this. How can you not like it? It's got like 8 cups of sugar. Yes. Okay. Well, after I made all of that and prepped all of that, it was time for me to tidy up. My favorite part, right? That's what happens when you make a mess in your kitchen. You just got to clean it up. It's my favorite when my kitchen is clean because I feel like I semi have my life together. Like, ooh, it never lasts very long. Once the kids came home from school, it's like lunch boxes everywhere. All the contents need to be cleaned and all of that. Somehow, my kitchen sink just continues to be full. It's like dishes and laundry, never ending. What else is never ending? Shopping, grocery shopping, food, cooking. Cooking is never ending. Unless you like to eat a lot of packaged foods, I can dig it. Anyway, so I'm doing dishes. Wow, groundbreaking. But I'm trying, as I'm editing, I'm trying to put together a list of pie recipes because I want to make like the best pie recipe video, or at least make a bunch of pies for Thanksgiving, right? And so I've only made like pecan pie before. I mean, I've made other pies obviously in the past, but that is my absolute favorite, the pecan pie. So that's what I focus on. But I figured this year I'll go above and beyond. So I'm thinking obviously the classics, apple pie, pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Those are my top 3. And then I have this really, really great peanut butter pie recipe. It's no bake, and it's actually from my aunt, and she gave it to me. I think she gave me another one too. I'm going to have to go back and look. It might not be a pie. I'm not sure, but let me know your favorite pie recipe. I'm looking for 5 altogether. I'll even do more. It's got to be homemade crust too. The laundry room, the bane of my existence. Love to hate it. Happy for clothes, sad for the dirty ones. By the way, this was my free gift from Thrive Market. 70 dryer detergent sheets from Molly Suds. I love Molly Suds. They are fantastic. I've used their products for years and years and years, different ones. Love them. But I just thought that was awesome that Thrive Market gave, as if I need any more laundry detergent. But I do need to start a load because, as you can tell, we're just buried in it. I also need to put it away because that seems to be half the battle. These constantly being full. The big kids can handle it, but with the smaller ones, it just falls on me, and I need to make that a priority. I mean, I barely put my clothes away. But in the morning when I'm looking for their school shirts, this morning in particular, it was the weekend, so I thought I had washed Meredith's clothes. Hold on, I'm gonna add more to it just to make it extra clean. Gonna add the laundry sanitizer, and then everyone tells me to have cleaner towels. You just throw in some baking soda. Thank you so much. Natural deodorizer, all natural kinds of, and then some vinegar up in here. So I don't know where to put this. I hate these containers, so I'm just gonna fill them all up. And that's the natural way to clean your clothes. And I know that, I just never do it. Because here's the thing, when I clean, I feel like the stuff that comes out smells fine. But I'm not the only one who does laundry around here. So I'm just saying, I used to do that with the diapers a lot when I would wash diapers, the baking soda and vinegar thing. So I'm gonna start that, work on this. Oh, I didn't even tell you the end of that story. I thought I had her linens laundered because she has nap time, Meredith does. And well, when you know, I'm looking through the dryer, I'm looking through this stuff, I'm like, where is it? Surely somewhere. Nope, I was like, oh, did she maybe take it and she was sleeping with it or whatever? Nope, it was in the washing machine, unwashed. Great, thank you so much, that was great. So you know what I did? I was like, I gotta send it to school, but it was like, you know, sitting in the washing machine for who knows how long, so I threw it in the dryer with a dryer sheet. Good thing I still had some of those on backup from literally 5 years ago. They still smell great too, by the way. What do they put in there? Anything that's 5 years old should probably lose their scent, you know? Anyway, I just feel like in the morning, I'm constantly looking for stuff. Where's your water bottle? Let me look all around. Is it in the car? Where are your shoes? Why aren't your shoes put away where they're supposed to be? It's like little things like that. Oh, you have soccer today. Do you have all your cleats? Oh, I can only find one. What? Did you take them off in different places? I'm so confused. Where are your shin guards? Where's this shirt that you need for this special occasion? Oh my gosh, where, do you know what I mean? Like, it's never ending. So I just feel like I need to do better in this department and be better for them and be more organized. And it's not even that we have, okay, so Avelina specifically, she doesn't have a closet right now, so all of her, I mean, when I say right now, I mean like the past 6 months, all of the contents of her closet has been in her room. So it's like living in that, and then I feel guilt for having her do that. Oh, and on top of everything else this morning, there was some random people just in the addition, which is now like a part of the house, which I haven't even shown you. I will. It makes me want to cry looking at it, so I'll explain it all soon. Probably next week or the week after, or maybe when I can look at it and not cry. It's not done by any means. It's not even close, but anyway, that was rent. Avelina comes into the kitchen because I'm like making lunches and cleaning up messes that, like all the things, and she comes out. Did you know there's someone in? And I was like, no, like they couldn't knock on the front door and let me know. It was so random and weird. So I'm just in it. If you're in it, just, that's my hug to you. Just come in. Come in for it. Thank you so much. I probably smell too because I've been wearing a sweater and it's like 90 degrees outside. It was cool this morning and I just, whatever, refused to change, I guess. But we're staying afloat, barely, just right here, and I'm doing my best. I did order more school shirts for Meredith. It's what's so funny is that I went to order them like months ago, and it was like the one day a year or a quarter that they revamp the website or whatever they do, and it was down. And then it took me, you know, of course, a month to like circle back to it and order it again. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then we have family photos coming up. We have family photo, like today when you're watching this, maybe yesterday, who the heck knows. Am I prepared? 0%. I don't know what we're wearing. I just want to go through their closets and wonder, surely they have some, like surely we have something to wear that's semi-cohesive. I started picking out stuff that's blue, and then I instantly almost regretted that decision. So wish me luck with that. If you want to see, I'll probably post on Instagram sneak peeks of it and like whatever, what we end up wearing because it's so important. There are so many other things that are important, whatever. So I'm gonna work on this and deal with it. Clear this place out, priority number 1. Priority number 2 is to put the stuff away. That seems to take me a little bit longer, but I'm gonna make it a priority. And I have the rest of the day. Sometimes in my head, I think, oh, I have a million things to do. But in my mind, I have to remember. For me, when the kids get home from school, that's like, I don't know, I feel like my day's over, basically. You know, it's homework, it's helping them, it's snack time, then dinner time, then outing, then whatever the heck it is. Sports, all the after school stuff. So, whew, basically, I gotta get this done pronto. Lord help me. In my outfit today, that's where I'm at. Okay, So I know, okay, a couple things I want to say. I'm still hung up on the pies. But first I want to say Taylor Swift is amazing. That's who I'm listening to. I just love her vault tracks. I think they're fantastic. Anyway, who else has been listening to them? Hands up. Hands up. Love them. Anyway, some people might say like, oh, declutter and you'll have less laundry to do. I don't know. The math isn't mathing for me. We're still going to wear all the clothes. Like we're still going to go days without doing laundry. You know what I mean? Unless I've seen those minimalists who only have, 3 things to wear, like 3 outfits or whatever. That will never be me. Have you seen my closet? Nice to meet you. I'm sure that feeling is fantastic. And we will declutter as we move our bedrooms and stuff. And I declutter, all the time. But anyway, I know that some people might be like, oh, declutter and you'll have less laundry. I don't know. That just never made any sense to me. I'm going to have less laundry to do. It just depends on how many days you go between doing it. And anyway, you do whatever you want to do. So I'm looking up the pie recipes, which is really what I'm more interested in. Less interested in laundry, more interested in pie. Who doesn't love pie? Actually, I don't really like pie. I do love pecan pie, so I'm coming around. Fruit pies. This is a new thing. So fruit pie, cherry pie. Ooh, for the summertime, I used to make this, cherry blueberry pie. That was a hit. That was always a hit. And then they have cranberries, a cranberry pie, blueberry pie. Ooh, Martha Stewart's got that open-faced apple. What are those things called? Like when they're open and it kind of looks rustic. I forgot what they're called. And of course, Pinterest doesn't have a, title under it. Ooh, a praline pumpkin pie. That's just too many layers for me. A caramel apple pie. All kinds of, a s'mores pie. A Dutch apple pie. I mean, there's so many options. Ooh, this chocolate thing. What is that? It's got to be like a chocolate pudding pie or something. Giving me like Matilda vibes. What's this? Cinnamon sugar apple butter pie. Now that's a mouthful. Ooh, French silk pie. We made that. The Joanna Gaines version. Okay, that was fantastic. Maybe I'll add that one to the list. If there is a time for a French silk pie to put in the time and effort to make one, I would say Thanksgiving and the holidays is that time, right? And then also, I think you can make pies ahead of time and freeze them. Some of them are like, you bake them after they're frozen. Some of them you bake before you freeze them. I think anyway. I feel like Kimmy from She's in Her Apron, she did several years ago a video on that. Anyway, so I'll keep looking at the pie recipes. But, a Toll House chocolate chip pie. I feel like I've made so many of these. I did make that a while ago. Like many, many, many moons ago, and then just a couple of years ago. Okay, so I am trying, while I'm in here, I told you I wanted to get this place tidied up. And that, to me, that means like dealing with one of the cabinets under the countertop here. The shelf had broke. It was like shoved full of clothes that don't even belong to us. And I don't know if I did it already, but I was holding up clothes. And Alex, because we were trying to figure out who the heck do these clothes belong to? Because whenever people come over, I say, hey, is this your stuff? And they're like, no. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I have a picture of you wearing it. Anyway, no one ever wants to take it home. So it just clutters up my laundry room. And so Alex was trying to play a game like, let me smell it and I'll figure out who it belongs to, So anyway, I just said, get rid of all of it. It's it's useless. I don't want it. I just get it out of here, right? And so, that's Meredith bringing her little laundry basket out. She's so funny. I was surprised that she could hold it. She's super strong. Okay, anyway, so I got those clothes out. I fixed the shelf in the bottom cabinet there. It was missing one of the like shelf pegs, and all the ones I have were too big, so I literally just put a thumbtack in there. Thumbtacks are great for everything. And now I'm just sorting the socks, and under the cabinets looks so much better. They feel so much better because now the battery thing can actually fit, and I moved some stuff around, shifted some stuff where it made sense, and I don't know. It's like, what did it take me? 10 minutes, and all this time with the socks and stuff too, they pile up. Here it is after it's been cooking all day. Ooh, the musical stylings of Wolfgang. It's at my feet. I'm going to take this. Wonder if I can just shred it in here. I'm gonna actually put it in a bowl. Woo! Shred it up. Woo! I shredded up the chicken and I'm going to add half a cup of the sauce and a handful of cheese. I put some corn tortillas in the microwave so they're nice and pliable. And I'm gonna add some of the mixture to it. Fold it up, press it. Okay, so I feel like I've made something else with corn tortillas where it calls for like
putting them in the microwave. Okay, here's the secret. I never did it for long enough, and they were pliable, but they would still crack. So yellow corn tortillas, I only do like 3 at a time in a super damp paper towel, wrap them up, throw them in the microwave 45 seconds. I used to do 30 seconds, not long enough. 45 seconds, and then they're pliable and you can deal with them. That's the magic number, well, for my microwave anyway. The longer the better, apparently. And I'm just putting some of the sauce on top of it so they, I don't know, have more flavor and don't dry out. And here's what they look like, all finished, super delicious. I garnished them with a little bit of cilantro, and they did have a little bit of that smoky flavor, a tiny bit of kick. Avelina loved it.
All right, to finish off this sourdough, the English muffins, I just wet my fingertips a little bit, and I just grab a glob. It's very sticky, and I put a little bit of butter in here. The heat is on the lowest it can go, and I just plop a little bit on there, and then I let it cook for about 15 minutes. I flip it over, let it cook another 15 minutes, and then they're done. You could put cornmeal on the bottom. Someone suggested that to me to give it that like real English muffin flair, but I haven't done that yet. You're all I need. I wanna make a tree.
Here they are baking. I just think they look so puffy and magical and wonderful and delicious, and they're homemade. It's fantastic. So I'm just flipping them. It's been 15 minutes, literally the lowest setting. Wait 15 more minutes and they're done.
English muffin.
Sounds good.
Okay, they could be, yes, Christmas music already. Listen, take advantage. It's the time of year to do it. We listen to it all year long, but it's fine. So these are the English muffins. I feel like they look super thick and juicy, and not juicy, but delicious nonetheless. Puffy, how about that? That's a good word, puffy. And not as like airy and bubbly and light. They are a little more dense, but listen, my family loves them, and I'm sure with time, I'll get a little better.
To finish off these enchiladas, I'm going to pour half a cup of enchilada sauce at the bottom of the pan. Evenly distribute the chicken mixture between 8 tortillas. Top it with some cheese. Roll them up. Pop them in the pan, seam side down. Mix the rest of the enchilada sauce, a half a cup of milk, and pour it over top. Top it with some cheese.
I threw this in the oven, 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. I let it brown up a little bit more, but here is the finished product. Delicious. You know how much I love my herbs. Really, I just love cilantro and green onions. Love to garnish stuff with it. Adds a little bit more flavor and freshness to the dish. But this was delicious. Another dinner. It was great that I prepped most of it beforehand, and I was just able to throw it together in throw it in the oven, let it cook.
Okay, well that is it. The sun is going down, which means it is 4 p.m. precisely. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to check out Thrive Market. My link will be in the description box below, thrivemarket.com/thewads. And you can get 30% off of your first order and a free gift up to a $60 value. That's a mega deal, if I ever heard of one. Thanks for hanging out. If you want to subscribe, put a little happy in your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.